Welcome to the Market Mindset. We are the hub for news, results, and CEO interviews focusing the junior commodities sector. We provide market analysis and perspective that will help position you for solid returns. If that sounds like something you're interested in, you can help support us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the notification bell. For more info, you can visit our website. All links are in the description below. Now let's get into today's video.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Andrew with the Market Mindset. Today, we're catching up with the executive chairman of Regency Silver, Bruce Bragagnolo. You're down in Mexico right now. You've put out a lot of news in January and a lot of good news, and the market's seeing it. We want to catch up from where we last spoke with you months ago, where you're at now, and looking forward. How are you doing?
Well, I think we first spoke, Andrew, before we released the results of our discovery hole in October. I think we spoke before we even started the drill program. And we were very excited when we started the drill program because we were drilling into what looked like a very different but large IP anomaly beside the existing Dios Padre silver mine. And the silver mine has been good to us. It's given us a resource of 11.375 million ounces of silver equivalent at a good grade. 255 grams per ton is a very good grade. When you reduce everything down to a resource and you add all the blocks in, sometimes you lose ounces or you lose grade. But in this case, the grade improved. So that was good. And we drilled underneath the IP anomaly towards the existing historical Dios Padre silver mine. And we hit on our first hole. It was exactly where we thought it would be, down about 400 meters. And it was a very, very good hole, the likes of which I haven't seen in Mexico before. So, 36 meters of 6.84 grams per ton of gold with 0.88 copper and 21 grams of silver is a very good hole by anybody's standards. So we were very pleased with those results. And it took us a while to get the assays back for the whole program, but we released those in October. And we've been building on those results ever since. We managed to raise $2 million without any warrants, just over $2 million without any warrants and without much in the way of commissions. And we managed to get our program restarted, and we just started it on the 15th of January. And you can see a video about that on our website. And it's very exciting for us to be at this stage of the company with great results like that from our first drill hole. And now we're following up on it. We're also doing an induced polarization program, which is also on the video. We tried to explain to a broader audience what we're doing on site in that video. So I would recommend that anybody go to the website at www.regency-silver.com and look on the executive blog section or on the video section and see what we've done on the ground. It's a process. It takes a lot of logistics, but we're going to learn a lot from these first two holes that we're drilling, and they're going to be deeper holes because the first hole we drilled last year could only go down to 500 meters. So we'll be going deeper. We're going to go 50 meters up dip and 50 meters down dip. And we've got one hole, pretty well finished now, and we'll be finishing off the second hole shortly.
So it's great. You're down there, like you said, right now. I had a chance of speaking to some of your team, and I think also with that resource, you had moved about 20% or so to the inferred, like it's a 20% growth in there, which is pretty sizable just for that alone. Never mind the drill targets you're doing right now that hopefully we should have out like 3 or 4 weeks or 5 weeks, which is great because it's follow-up news pretty quickly.
Well, the assays come back in 3 to 4 weeks, but we'll have to compile them. Yeah. And we'll have to finish off our program of 3,000 meters, and then we'll be putting out news after that. But it shouldn't take too long to get all that finished off. The new rig goes a lot faster. We're getting better production from the rig. And the IP is going to show us a lot as well, as I said. So we're going to have a what we feel will be good news coming out over the next while. We're very optimistic about this. It's such a special intercept for Mexico to have something of that grade. If you take the longer intercept, that's a 16-story building of mineralization. So just walk out on the street and look at 16 stories, and all of that could come out. So it's a very exciting hole, and it's something that we're very positive about, and we feel very comfortable about drilling a lot of meters around and doing this big IP program to see down deeper. So we've got what every explorer is looking for. We're going to have a drill hole, and we're going to have IP that shows us the signature of that core and shows us where to look for more of the same.
And then maybe just kind of gently remind people why it's so important and critical that you're down in Mexico with your experience and background in Mexico. I mean, you've been looking at projects down there for decades. Maybe just remind people why you love Mexico so much and why it's so important that you're there on the ground as well.
Well, I think experience counts for a lot in Mexico. You have to know the country. You have to know the people. You need some good contacts in the country as well. If you just rolled into Toronto and said, "Find me some properties," I think you'd find the usual properties. But it's taken years of driving along dusty back roads in a pickup truck throughout Sonora and Sinaloa and the whole country to really come up with a plan for where to look. And the whole region of the Sierra Madres is very prospective and underexplored. So that's an area we're focusing on. So this particular area is very interesting in that it's the meeting point of a number of different mineral belts. It's a meeting of the Sonora Mojave Megashare, which comes down from the west. It's a meeting of the copper porphyry belt, which comes down from the United States, and the Sierra Madre Silver Belt. And they all meet in about a 50-mile zone around this area. So it's a very interesting area, one that deserves more work.
And what's interesting and pretty captivating is that you've done an awful lot in a very short period of time. And it also
we're going hard at it.
Yeah, you're going. It's moving, and not only just for mining, but it's moving fast.
There's no sense waiting. The time is now. We feel we've got a really good, exciting target, and we're going to drill it and do work on it. So yeah, we're. It took longer than I was hoping for because market conditions and dilution and raising money and all of that. You want to do that in the right circumstances, but it seems like the circumstances are never absolutely right these days. So we're going to get on with it and keep marching ahead.
Well, we're definitely looking forward. I mean, like I said, you've had a lot of great technical news, data come out, a lot of successful news releases. So we're very optimistic as to what's going to come about. And we're really hoping the best for you because that turnaround time, almost everyone up north here can kind of complain that, oh my gosh, we're waiting months and months and months on assays, and that can delay people's not only expectations and hopes and momentum. It's wonderful to have the success, the news come out so fast, and hopefully we'll have more data in a couple of weeks that'll be, keep people really energized as to what's happening with your program.
Yeah, it is good. The lab in Mexico, ALS, has been very good with turnaround, and the only thing that held us up a little bit was getting the financing prepared, and I'm very pleased to say that we had some excellent support from our existing shareholders, high net worth individuals, and an institution that came in for a large chunk of the last financing. So it's really good to see the support from our shareholder base for what we're doing, and their enthusiasm as well for what we're doing.
Well, like I said, it's got a lot of merit to it, and we're always excited when we see projects, jump out to such a good, strong start. So we're going to be watching like a hawk, and I look forward to catching up with you in a couple of weeks to see if this momentum continues with the labs, and we've got some results to talk about.
Yeah, I just want to put in a good word here for Mike Tucker as well, our director and head geologist. He's done a terrific job with the analysis of the core, And our team on the ground in Mexico done a really good job with understanding the project, where we're at with it, and what to do for the future. So the work programs are going great. I have every confidence in Mike Tucker and his team and our results for the future.
Well, I was lucky to speak with Mike a little bit as well, and I mean, obviously, he's conveying the message at AIM, at least so far. The stock's doing very well, so he's obviously talking to a lot of the right people, explaining what he sees technically as a geo, and maybe hopefully we get to have him in front of the camera too, and just say, hey, listen, what are you seeing here? And when more data comes out.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Bruce. I really appreciate the time and the update. Stay safe in Mexico. We're looking forward to all the news, and make sure you check out the site. We'll put a link right to it, but it is a short little film that you can watch, and it's pretty excellent. It can show you exactly the targets, what they're looking at, and what goes into putting this all together.
Great. Thanks, Andrew.
Take care.